Other interesting business news, you have PepsiCo missing their earning expectations as consumers pull back. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Yahoo Finance, which was the OG original search engine back in the day before Google took over. Well, granted, I still use Brave. Now, this is from Bloomberg. They say, quote, PepsiCo sales disappoint as U.S. consumers cut back on snacks. Now, fact check, there is also a great amount of air in those bags of chips. Not just food. It's like a 50-50 split, maybe. And here you can see the picture of the new PepsiCo logo, which, I'm not a fan of most logo updates. The font is a little bit more bold, so it's slightly different. Though I can't help but feel bad for shareholders because they probably spent millions of dollars on that new logo design. But nevertheless, now they say, quote, PepsiCo reported a weaker than expected revenue growth as its snack food business was hurt by increasingly budget-focused shoppers and a recent Quaker Foods recall. Which again, PepsiCo is PepsiCo. They own Frito-Lay, which is it's over 50% of the salty snack aisle. Yeah, you can't throw a Dorito or a chip or anything down that aisle without hitting a PepsiCo product. They say that, quote, the maker of Dorito chips and Mountain Dew sodas, which I don't think they were trying to write this for Halo enthusiasts or gamers. However, that does stir some old memories of good old physical system links with the Xbox, but I partially digress. They said that their organic revenue rose 1.4% in the second quarter, missing the 2.9% average estimate of analysts surveyed by Bloomberg. The volume of food products sold in that period was down 2% from a year earlier, including steeper drops from Frito-Lay and Quaker food businesses in North America. They said, quote, as years of price increases and sales growth, PepsiCo U.S. business is struggling. Persistent inflation has forced many shoppers to cut back on spending and switch to cheaper supermarket-owned brands. The salty snack category has been particularly lackluster as consumers focus on nutrition and affordability, which, yes, PepsiCo products are 110% a luxury product that no one needs. Granted, I would also argue for your health, probably not recommended. If I had to pick one PepsiCo product, I mean, it's hard to beat Pepsi, a real Pepsi. I say the real one. The one made in Mexico where they actually have these glass bottles and real sugarcane, not, high fructose corn syrup. I mean, so that probably is my favorite one, which again, that's probably every other 2 years I have one of those. It's a rare luxury. Now, CEO Raymond Garda said, quote, in the U.S., there's clearly a consumer that is more challenged. He added that the pressures of Frito-Lay were, quote, the pressures of Frito-Lay specifically, an issue of value and not an issue of anything else, and that weight loss drugs are not having an impact thus far. Now, geez Louise, it looks like PepsiCo shares fell about 3.4%. The news of this, stock has fallen 13% in the past 12 months, compared to the 12% gain in the S&P 500 Consumer Staples Index and a 5.9% gain in rivals such as Coca-Cola. Now, it looks like in North America, PepsiCo volumes fell in both food and beverages. The company remained impacted by a large recall of Quaker Oats cereal bars, and snacks that began last year. Volume was down 17% in the Quaker Oats divisions from a year ago. So things are not looking great at PepsiCo. And again, everyone is challenging. I should say, darn near everyone is feeling the impact of a rough economy and hyperinflation in the United States. And again, it's one of those things where during good times, it's great to own these types of businesses, but during hard times, the easiest thing you can cut from your budget is junk food. There's 0% need for it. And again, when it comes to cutting a budget in general in this rough economy, and my parents even told me this a lot as a kid, the number one category that you can control and decrease the cost is the food that you purchase. Most of the things that we pay for in life have moderately fixed rates. I mean, just think about car insurance, apartment rental, car payments, cell phone payments. A lot of those are usually fixed for, I would say, a good industry average, maybe a 12-month contract. So it's hard to, cut down on your monthly budget. However, food, most Americans, I would think, probably shop once a week. Personally, I'm more of a 2 to 3 times every other, maybe 2 times or 3 times a month. But it's one of the few areas you can quickly control your budget and decrease it. And again, not only is there overwhelmingly a lack of nutrition with many PepsiCo products, but it's a fun novelty no one needs. So I think during this year, especially as consumers become more price focused, more budget conscientious, again, not financial advice about the soccer thing, I think they're going to be especially pressured to think, well, do I really need that extra bottle of high fructose corn syrup in a can or in a plastic bottle? Do I really need that? Do I really need that bag of mostly air with a couple chips and some flavor dusted on there? Do I really need that? Probably not. I mean, personally, I think I bought like every 3 or 4 months, I'll buy a couple sodas to throw in the fridge for podcast interviewees. mean, personally, it is the easiest thing to cut for me. I'm also health nut, so I haven't bought this stuff in years. But let me know in the comments. Do you think the year will actually get better for companies like PepsiCo? As always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.